and welcome to MQW Driving School, another video for Horsforth test. This is a real test video. We're just doing this video to explain the student where he did wrong. When they move the car, they ask him to continue straight ahead. Normally they ask you to take any street on the right after you move off if they're deciding to take your test or route facing opposite side. So in this test, what happened, they ask him to continue straight ahead and then go to the roundabout, and then you take fourth exit and come back on the same road. So there are one or two examiners, they're doing this these days as well. So rather than going in a street, there was a construction going on few days ago and there was a road work going on as well, so they start avoiding the streets then, and then they decided to continue straight ahead, and this way they can use the roundabout in the test. So this roundabout picture on the left, they ask him to just take the fourth exit and technically come back on the same street where you are, and there's no name for that exit, so they have to explain you what to do. So when you take the fourth exit and want to take a U-turn and go back, then you technically need a right lane with right mirror signal, and then you have to go fully around the roundabout and then you go back. As you previously seen that videos, whether they stay left and ask you to turn left towards the Harrogate, or you stay left and they ask you to continue straight towards Leeds. So this is something new for many people. So as you can see now, they can do this as well. They can take you to the roundabout and ask you to make a full turning around, so be ready if they ask you to do the same. So far there was no mistake. He stayed in the right lane, he did the mirror signal right, and he stayed in the inner circle, which is right, and after doing a proper counting, and then about here, proper mirror signal to the left, and then shifting back to the left lane, we're back on the same road where the test start. So in this video I'm trying to show you the back camera as well, because later this test was not a good result, so it failed a little bit early the time of the test. So there was a mistake, and I wanted to show the student what was going on behind the car when he was doing that mistake. So that is why I used this video with the back camera as well, and that's the reason I tried to make the back camera a little bit large picture as well, so it's easily to see what's behind you. So far you're in 30-mile road, continue straight ahead, there's no such mistake on that road. So you normally park the car facing downhill. An examiner will choose whether he want to give you the route which is go straight down the hill towards the roundabout, or they want to start the route as the opposite way. So it's up to them. Doesn't matter whichever side you park, they will find their own way to start your test. Doesn't matter, but you will see everyone will park the car facing downhill. When you're on this road, there's the chance that they ask you to do some moving and stopping. So the examiner asks the student to do some moving and stopping on this road on a safe location. So which is about here now. So mirror signal to the left and then park up about here before the double yellow line, which is a legal, safe, convenient place to park. So nothing wrong in it. So everything was fine. Is opposite to the junction, but it's not exactly opposite to the junction. It's before the junction. It's totally safe location to stop the car. Now after that, they decided to give him a Nav driving. Okay, so this is sometime they don't switch on the sat nav sometime early, they can keep it, but they switch on a little bit later. So again, I was not in the car, so I don't know it was the sat nav or without the sat nav. I don't have any idea. So it's taking time. It definitely looks like a sat nav is setting up on the system. Yeah, I can see the sat nav on the dash as well. So it was a sat nav driving, and this is a place they set the sat nav, and they gave the option to move and drive on the sat nav. Whenever you follow the sat nav, this is very important that you follow the sat nav properly, because sat nav is going to give you instructions in advance, where to go, what is coming up next, what you should do it. So again, if you don't plan according to your sat nav, you're going to get the mistake under the heading of awareness and planning. So from this you take a left turn, so which is mirror signal to the left, then continue straight, then end of the road you take a right turn. This is very common route they use when they want to start the test on these directions, because when they reach about here nearby the roundabout, then they can go different places easily. So this is something very important. The start can be like this. So if you're using the sat nav will say at the end of that road turn right, then at the roundabout take the fourth exit right. Now as the sat nav already mentioned you're going to take a right turn and then fourth exit on the right, then there is no chance you do something wrong and can't go to the fourth exit. Okay, so listen to the instructions properly, make up your mind in advance, and whenever you do the roundabout, make sure you count properly on the roundabout. Okay, so this roundabout, which is nearby the Horsforth station, have 4 exits. Right mirror signal, the car coming from your left, which is the white one, this is your street number 1, exit number 1. This is your exit number 2 towards airport. This is exit number 3, and this is exit number 4. And what you did, you went to the exit number 5 and you just gone back on the same place you came from. Now examiner have to guide you again that you came wrong side, so now you have to turn left because you came wrong side. So technically you're going back to the same street you just came from. So I know this is nothing wrong because you're going to the wrong side, and you did proper mirror signal and everything, but don't you think it's a test? So this is a test. They're testing you to follow the sat nav, and this is clearly there that you cannot follow the sat nav properly. Okay, or you're not listening to the sat nav, you're not watching it properly, you can't make your planning properly. So this is technically a mistake. Now they have to bring you back, and now examiner decided to take a left turn from here and take you back on the same place where you should be from fourth exit from the roundabout. Now you're wasting your time and you're wasting your examiner time as well, because this way now your route, if it's supposed to finish in 38 minutes, now it's going to finish in 45 minutes. Then the examiner is going to get late for his next appointments. So what impression you're going to give to the examiner, that what he's going to look for your driving then? Okay, so try to focus on the sat nav properly and don't do these kind of silly mistakes. So again, this is just a minor mistake, but let's see what happened next. So you're going to take a right turn from this junction, and then it's the same journey where you're supposed to come before. Sometimes the junction can be very busy and right turning take a little time, so be patient and don't try to do things very quickly in rush way, because it can be a junction observation mistake otherwise. After the 2 cars passed, now this is your turn, but see, the traffic is very heavy on the junction. So sometimes you need to stay very patient and then just look for the safe gap to proceed, otherwise stay there. If your vision is not good, then you can do a little bit peep and creep, but only in the case you cannot see properly. Otherwise, more you go forward, you're going to disturb the other traffic on the main road. So after turning right, then you go straight and then you take the second road on your right. The road here where the car is turning, this is the road number 1, and then you're turning right into the next road. So again, when you come to this road, there is always a chance they're going to ask you to do some moving and stopping. One time they can ask you like this: stop behind the car, leave yourself a good room to move off, roughly 1 car length, and sometime don't worry about the driveway. Now this is called moving at angle exercise on inclined position. The main important thing, it will take a little time for you to move and you don't need to slow down the other traffic behind you. So this move was okay because there was nobody behind you, so that means it was a bit safe and you can proceed easily. Now soon after some time of driving, they're going to ask you to do some another move off and stopping exercise. Then see how you do it. Now if you're going to give signal to move off and even you can see there's a car behind you, that is a bit obvious. They're going to stop the car and they're going to flash you to let you go first. But if you stand still without giving any impression that you want to move off and they will treat you as a parked car, then they will keep passing you. So whenever you wait, try not to give signal and let them go first, and then signal, look on your shoulder and then move. So this time, because maybe you give signal and now they stop the car and then they flash you to go. Now I think you got that show me question, then can you do this wash and clean for your wiper? And maybe they ask you the back one but you did the first one, front one. So if they ask you the back one, then just use the back one. Why you do the front one? And if they ask you the front one, then why are you using the back one? First make up your mind which one they ask you and just do it one time. There's no need to use both of them because again that is not a good impression because you're not listening properly what they ask you. If you're listening it properly, then first they said when is safe, can you do this? So then make up your mind, then just get the hand over there what you need it one time and just do it. Okay, so be careful for your show me question again. So again this is a second time, third time going as a bad impression for your driving. But again, it's not about the mistake. You didn't done any danger to other people, but think you are on the test, you are not giving the good impression to the examiner, and whenever he's deciding your other mistake, he will going to count the old mistake and then see what is kind of a danger you can do on the road to others in the future. And you can say what kind of a driver you are. Are you a sensible driver on the road? Are you a safe driver on the road? Are you a confused driver on the road? Are you aggressive driver on the road? Okay, so they're going to keep count of every single thing you do. All your actions are like give the impressions. Okay, now this is where you actually fail your test when they ask you to do the maneuver. They ask you to stop the car on the left side before you reach the car, leaving yourself a good room to move off roughly 1 car length. But can you see how far you stop and you leave the junction away? Only you can leave it there if they say don't worry about the junction, and they normally say you this. So you stop very early from the car. Okay, in this scenario you can block the driver, it doesn't matter. So again, I think the examiner said you something or didn't said you something, but you told me that examiner was mentioning you about don't go more than 2 car space back. Okay, so it looks like the car stayed there for a long time. Then maybe he was explaining you what to do, and maybe you was asking him what to do. So finally you moved off from there. So your move off was not wrong because there is nobody behind you. Then you stop the car in the middle of the road. There was nothing wrong in it. Then after that you prepare yourself to do the reverse gear, so that was nothing wrong. Can you see there's another lady in the front house trying to look on the main road, and so maybe there's a car gonna come out from the house as well. So she already see the road before reversing the car back. So when you came here, this much is okay. Then you start swinging, that was okay. So what you should have done here, first after the swing you make the wheel straight, then you wash the left mirror, and then you let the car go close to the curb and wash the left mirror, and then you turn right and park nicely close by the curb. So you turn the wheel right very early, and that is how you got the bigger gap from your left, which is okay, does not matter at all how much space you have from your front. And you also did the left steering to get near the curve, and then you did the right steering to go away from the curve. So technically you already park your car, right? But you decided not to stop here and then try to move one more time, where you should have enough space here to just do the car forward and backward, get nicely close to the curve and get parallel and stop the car. So your maneuver is almost finished here. Does not matter how far you was with the curve, you have enough space to your front car, and you can do the drive gear, do the left steering, right steering, straight steering, then reverse back, and you're done. But you told me that the examiner asked you that are you happy with your parking, and you said no, and you decided to do the parking one more time, where you should know you normally get only one chance, because everyone in the test only get one chance. Okay, now again standing here for long, not moving your car, wasting your time. Keep counting your time, you're still not moving. Again, I don't know what the discussion was going on inside. Again you are not moving. Even you want to adjust it, you're still not moving. Keep counting your time. Now finally the same car came out from the front, where the lady decided to check the road first, then she reversed back. Okay, so you already had that information in advance that she's watching the road, so she want to do something. Okay, when she know you stop properly, then she decided to come out and go. And then you moving off from here and almost going exactly on the same spot where you started before. So technically you are using your chance to do the same maneuver twice, where everyone get one time. Okay, they cannot tell you what to do. If you say, oh, can I do again, they will say do whatever you like. They're not gonna give you any answer. So that impression was again in the way. It's not to start, it was like do whatever you want. I'm not here to tell you what to do. Use your own judgment. And you decided to do it again, where he want you to do your judgment, like he wants you to use your judgment and just correct where you are. Why you want to go again and do it again? So when he was doing this exercise here, if you look to the back camera, there was a man standing with a red car on the back driveway. He was also waiting for you to finally move from there. And now you block his driveway. Again, when you're supposed to be parking with a 1 car gap, and you should not go 2 car back enough from your car park on the front car, you're still going back and left a lot of space from the front. So even on the second attempt, you did not fix your car properly, and then examiner have to say that's fine, let's move when you're ready. And now if you look on the back camera, I made it late so you can see easily. Then what happened in the back camera, then this same red car reversed back because he was waiting for you, right? And now this reverse red car will be behind you throughout then. Now this is where the examiner already made his mind that he failed you, so he decided not to continue with your test anymore, and now he's only taking you back to the test center. And I think he use his hands. I can see his hand as well, so I think it should turn off the sat nav because he don't want you to use it anymore because your test is failed here. You may be thinking he's taking you proper left and right, and then he will take some more time, and then he will give you some more left and right, but actually he's just taking you back quicker he can. So it's the same car, the red one at the back. So what happened, the same way you came from, he's taking you back on the same way. Normally they don't use the same road twice, but he left no chance to just use the same road twice because that's the quickest he can go back. So when you reach on this junction, what happened, you did the mirror signal to the right, you did your right turning from here, so this road was same enough where you just came from, but this time you're just going down the hill. You will go to the same place where the station was, and from the station side you will turn left into the same street where your test is, and then you're gonna stop the car outside the test center and finish. Now, so technically you did not go any far in your test. Okay, you did not go any far from your test. Where you supposed to go afterwards? You're supposed to go from maneuver, then go nearby the Hall Park, then you go to the Asda car park, then you do the bay parking there. Or if you already done the maneuver, then you continue from there, then you continue straight down the road, then you join the Otley Road, then from Otley Road you come all the way straight to the bigger roundabout, then you go to the Ring Road, and from Ring Road you go back to the test center. That was your route. But again, if the result is already failed half the way, they don't decide to continue again. So again, this is your test. Now you've seen your mistake. Now you understand what happened. I also know what happened, and I wish you best luck next time. So anybody is watching this maneuver, if you're going to do the maneuver like this, it's almost failed. So try to do it in one attempt correctly. Your adjustments are okay, but in the same position, not starting again. And if you cannot manage properly, they consider it's not done. And then they're not going to continue your test for long. Soon they find the opportunity, they will take you back, and now just this left turn, continue straight, then another left turn, and your test is finished. So wish you luck next time, better prepare next time, and then try to be more confident in your decision making. Okay, when he said do whatever you want, it does not mean you can do it again, but he's not there to tell you what to do. Okay, it's your test, it's your judgment. So you thought he said you to do whatever you want, which means you can do it again. Okay, so make sure, understand what they're telling you to do. Okay, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next videos. If someone pass or fail, I'm still going to upload everyone videos. Thank you, bye bye.